Hey guys, this is Josh F151 Tech back with another video. And in this video, I'm actually going to be doing more Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet speed tests. So let's actually get into this video. So I am actually doing a video. It's actually in the morning now. I wanted to do a video in the morning to see kind of what speeds we get, because I'm testing the Metro by T-Mobile SIM card out more. So I kind of want to, see what speeds we get, versus the actual T-Mobile 5G home internet. So far it's actually been holding up, relatively well, compared to the, actual T-Mobile 5G home internet. But for those of you that don't know, for those of you that are new to the channel, I'm actually using a third-party gateway. And what I actually did was I actually went to the Metro by T-Mobile store. I have more, videos on my channel, discussing this and, talking about how to actually do it and everything. But long story short, I actually went to the Metro by T-Mobile store, and I got a tablet SIM card. And I put the tablet SIM card in my third-party gateway, which is actually called a Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway / modem. And I revised or spoofed the IMEI number, to make it look like I'm actually using the tablet. But I'm actually using the SIM card in my third-party gateway, in order to get, the 5G home internet for only $20 a month. So, like I said, I'm not going to go much, into detail about how I actually did that, in this video, but, just know that there are other videos on my channel talking about that. And I also did, post the video out, before I started making this video not that long ago, probably like 10-15 minutes ago. I made a video talking about, if, the T-Mobile 5G home internet, is actually secure, and I, went over measures that you can take, to actually, secure your network better, if you're using, cellular home internet in general, not just, T-Mobile 5G home internet, just, cellular home internet in general. I go more, into detail in that video talking about how you can secure your network, and all that kind of stuff, secure your Wi-Fi, all that kind of stuff. I talk about using VPNs and stuff like that, in that video. So it's on my channel. I, definitely recommend checking it out, if you're interested in that. But, so back to the video here, like I said, I wanted to do a video, somewhat in the morning, before afternoon, or before evening, and see, what kind of, speeds we get. Because like I said, I'm, testing this out further before I decide, if I'm actually going to be, using the Metro by T-Mobile SIM card, for the 5G home internet moving forward, or if I'm actually going to go back to the actual T-Mobile 5G home internet, and keep that. So, but, long story short, like I always say, I'm actually using third-party equipment. I'm actually using a third-party gateway called a Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway / modem that allows band locking, network mode switching, VPN, IMEI, revisions and spoofing. Like I said, you're not going to be able to do that. What I'm doing with the Metro by T-Mobile SIM card of your, gateway, doesn't allow, IMEI revision or spoofing. So, it's not going to work, unless you have a third-party gateway is basically what I'm saying. It's not going to work with any of the stock, cellular gateways, so, but with that out of the way, I also have the Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway / modem, connected to a waveform 4x4 external antenna, that's actually up in my attic, and that's actually facing out a window, down the road from me near an old truck stop where the cell tower is at. So that's where I get the best speeds and reliability, with that. So, so that's that. Let's actually get into the video here. Let me first actually open up Dan Detector, and see if anything's going on with the T-Mobile, network, or the Metro by T-Mobile network. And like I said, I highly recommend Dan Detector because it allows you to see, like what websites are down, what, services are down, like Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, certain websites, like banking apps, certain, things like cellular networks and stuff like that. It's just a really, helpful app. So let me actually open it up here, and I'll go into the T-Mobile section. And so far, it's not actually saying that Metro by T-Mobile or T-Mobile have any problems. So that's definitely a good thing. So, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that didn't actually watch my other speed test video that I put out like last night, I was actually having experience with like ping spikes, and the network has kind of seemed a little bit iffy, if you will, recently. Like when I do the speed test, or at least the last couple of days, it's been doing that. It's been, like a little bit jumpy, like it's been like trying, to really, like get the, speeds, that I normally get, like it's been a little bit iffy recently, a little bit, clunky, if you will. I've still been getting around the same speeds that we normally get, like 500 to 600, on the download, like I've said in my other videos, for those of you that don't know, the upload speed in our area is terrible. It doesn't matter what carrier you have. We just have terrible upload speed, and I think that that's mostly due, to the tower, because like I said, I have another video on my channel talking about that, about the tower that only limits, a certain amount of upload speed in this area. So, I do have another video, or actually two videos talking about that, why I think the upload speed is so bad in this area. So, there's not really anything I can do about that. No, third-party equipment is going to help me with that if there's like a tower limitation, of, how much upload is actually being put out. So, but the download, has definitely not been bad at all. 500 to 600, sometimes almost 700. But it has actually been acting up a little bit recently. And I think that that's mostly due to, T-Mobile itself. I've been, hearing rumbles, on Down Detector, actually yesterday, T-Mobile and Metro by T-Mobile, which is basically the same thing. They use the same, network and towers, but, Metro by T-Mobile and T-Mobile, they were actually in the yellow yesterday on that video that I made. So hopefully they've, gotten it straightened out or whatever, because like I said, I don't think it has anything to do with me. I don't think it's anything to do with my equipment or anything. I just think that it's, been being a little bit clunky lately, because of the, the network itself. So, and it is actually raining a little bit out today as well. It hasn't actually been raining hard out there yet, but it has actually been drizzling out there. And we do actually have some cloud cover today, with it raining. So, like I said, it's not really raining that hard, but, it's not actually raining right now. It's, still cloudy out there, but it has actually been cloudy, and drizzling, like for the last couple of days. So, that could also, be playing a role in it as well, with the speeds and the higher ping and all that kind of stuff. So, like I've said, I've made other videos on this, the weather, really does affect this service because it's a cellular connection. It's not actually being, brought in your house, by a cable provider like Comcast or Xfinity, or Cox Cable or anything like that. It's not, physically hardwired into your house. Basically, what it's doing, it's coming from the cell tower, and then it's coming, from the cell tower to your gateway, to your cellular gateway, and then it's being broadcasted, over a Wi-Fi connection or Ethernet connection, so it's basically, just being transformed from a cellular connection into a Wi-Fi, or home internet, connection. So, that's basically, what it is. But, so let's actually open up the speed test app here. And like I always do say, I'm going to run some on the West West Norton, PA server, which is actually a server close to me, and I run some on the Ashburn, VA server as well. And the Ashburn, VA server does give me higher ping, but that's because that server is further away from me, so I don't really go by the ping on that. That's not actually the ping that I'm getting, just so you guys know that. I talk about that in my videos all the time, so you guys know that. But that server is further away from me, but somebody commented on my channel and told me, a few years ago or a year or so ago, that the West Norton, PA server actually gives me worse upload speeds. And it gives me, about the same download speeds that I get on the, Ashburn, VA server. But somebody told me that the West Norton, PA server is not good for determining, upload speed. So, that's the main reason why I use the Ashburn, VA server as well, in order to get, a more accurate, view on the upload speed. That's basically why I use that server. So, like I said, the ping, that I get on that server is not the ping that I'm actually getting. So, I just want to make sure that, clear the air on that. But let's actually run some here. Like I said, it's 10:12 a.m., on a Thursday, so there probably is a lot of people, at work and stuff. Like I said, I work night shifts, so I don't have to, worry about, being, at work right now. But, like I said, I am actually laid off, currently anyway. So, I've been, focusing on driving. I'm actually focusing on getting my license, instead of, actually focusing on getting another job right now. So, I'm gonna, probably be off work for a little while, and have, more time to make videos and stuff, and, stuff like that, until I actually get my driver's license. So, and then, I'm gonna go from there and look for another job, obviously. So, but anyway, let's actually get into the video here. So, like I said, it is 10:13 a.m. on a Thursday. So there probably is quite a few people, like I said, up, at their jobs and everything. So, let's see what we get here. And it does still seem to be doing that a little bit with the fluctuation. That's actually what I wanted to say, like the fluctuation. It seems to be like, goes up and then it goes down, and it stutters there for a second, before it actually does the speed test. So I don't really know what's going on with that, but it's actually been doing that for the past couple of days now. So not bad on this one though. 585 for the download, 6.09 for the upload, and 39 ping. I mean, the ping has actually been up recently. That's the thing. It could be, like I said, it could be because there's an actual network problem. Like I was indicating yesterday, with T-Mobile, and Metro by T-Mobile, they were in the yellow. On the down detector, there could still be something going on there. Or it could be because of the cloud coverage. Like I said, it is drizzling out there. It's not actually raining hard yet, but we are actually supposed to get, some rain this week. So, it's been, cloud covered the last couple of days, the last, 3 days or so, and it's been drizzling out there a little bit, each day. So, like I said, any kind of, cloud coverage or bad weather, or anything like that, rain, sleet, snow, thunderstorms, wind, like I said, cloud coverage, basically any bad weather, thunderstorms, stuff like that, snow, any bad weather in general, is going to affect this service because it's not, actually hardwired. So, but like I said, not too bad on this one though. 585 for the download, 6.09 for the upload, and then 39 ping. So the ping is a little bit high, but it's not anything, really be, too concerned about. The ping actually did come down on this one, so that's not that bad. So definitely not bad on that one though. 637 for the download, 6.92, almost 7 for the upload, and then only 20 ping, so that one wasn't that bad. Ping actually did go back up on this one, but so far we haven't had a ping spike in the 70s like we had last night. I actually did a test last night, and we had a ping spike of actually 71, so maybe T-Mobile is getting their act together, with the network, problem or something that they're possibly having. But definitely not bad on this one, though. 670 for the download, 6.42 for the upload, and then 38 ping. Run one more on this server, and then I'll switch over to the Ashburn VA server. Run some on that. And like I said, I am using the, the Metro by T-Mobile SIM card in here. I'm not actually using a actual T-Mobile 5G home internet SIM card in here. So, like I said, I have, more videos on my channel, talking about that, and, going, further into detail about, the requirements, that you need for that, to be able to do that and stuff. So, like I said, you are going to need a third-party gateway, with IMEI, revisions, and IMEI spoofing available. You're not going to be able to do it. I've been, trying to stress that, on my videos, recently. You're not going to be able to do it, unless you have a third-party gateway, because the stock gateways are not going to allow that, because you're going to get caught, because basically, what the third-party gateway does, it basically makes it look like you're still using that tablet SIM card in my case, or a phone SIM card, in your tablet or in your phone. It's basically spoofing the IMEI number to make it look like Metro by T-Mobile sees that you're still using it in the tablet, in my case, or a phone. So, if you would just, do that with a stock cellular gateway, they're going to be able to tell, they're going to be looking at it and they're going to be like, hey, you're not, using your, SIM card how you're supposed to be using it. So basically, long story short, they would boot you off, they would kick you off and, you would have, basically no internet. So, a third-party gateway, is a must. You're not going to be able to get away with doing that, with, any stock, cellular, home internet gateway. It's just not going to work. So, you just have to keep that in mind. But on this one, definitely not bad at all. 541 for the download, definitely, less than 600, but, we're still getting 500 to 600, like we normally get, on the speed, so that's definitely a good thing. And then 407 for the upload, and then 37 ping. So the ping, the ping is a little bit high, but, it's not, really, too cause for concern, like I said. So now I'm going to run some on the Ashburn VA server here and see what we get. And like I said, with this server, I don't go by the ping for this server, like I said, because this is not actually the ping that I'm getting. So I just mostly go by this server because somebody told me that the upload speed is more, accurate on this server, so that's what I've been doing. So definitely not bad on this one. 655 for the download, 12.8, almost 13 for the upload, and then 68 ping. Like I said, I'm, ignoring that. That's not actually what I'm getting. And as you guys could see there, it did actually jump around as I, have been talking about before it actually started. It's been like jumping around, so I don't really know what's going on with that. Like I said, I don't think it's anything to do with my equipment. I think that it could also, have something to do with I think that it has something to do with the network itself, the T-Mobile network itself. Or, like I said, it could also be because the last couple of days, the past couple of days that I've actually been doing these speed test videos, it has actually been cloud covered, and it's been, drizzling. It hasn't really been raining hard, like I said, but, cloud coverage, will affect it because moisture in the air, when it's a cloudy day, that's going to affect the tower, and everything, so that could, cause, in reality, that can cause, ping spikes. It can cause, the speeds to, not be as fast or be as, smooth. It can just cause, all around, reliability issues, any, kind of cloud coverage, any kind of bad weather, rain, drizzle, basically anything, moisture in the air, can definitely affect the service. So you just have to keep that in mind, that it might not be, anything, that I have control over. So, Metro by T-Mobile or T-Mobile, has control over. So, but, like I said, I'm just trying to put two and two together. We're still getting the same speeds that we normally get, but they've been, kind of clunky here recently, kind of, like last night, I believe we got like 499, on one of the tests. It's actually good that we're not getting that now. But, like I said, it could be to do with the network itself, or it could be, to do with the weather that we've been having, with the cloud coverage and the, moisture in the air, from the drizzle and the, cloudiness and all that. So, it could, be either, one of those things. So, but definitely not bad on this one, though. 678 for the download, 12.5 for the upload, and then, like I said, I'm ignoring the ping because I don't go by the ping on this server, so. And as you can see, it is jumping around, a little bit there. It was like going up and down, the needle there was going up and down, acting like it was trying, really hard to get, the speeds there. And like I've said in my other speed test videos, if I was being throttled, I don't think that we would still be getting these speeds. If I was being throttled, it wouldn't really be acting like that. It wouldn't be trying, to get the speeds like that. If I was being throttled, it would be, most likely it would be speeds around like maybe 100, 200, 300, or something like that on the download, and probably worse on the upload as well, and higher ping, so, I definitely don't think it's anything to do with me being throttled, using the Metro by T-Mobile SIM card in here. So, that's definitely a good sign that I'm not being throttled. So, like I said, it's either one of the two things. It's either the T-Mobile network itself, having issues, or it's the cloud coverage the last couple of days, with the drizzle, with the rain, and stuff like that. It really hasn't actually been raining, like constantly, but drizzle and cloud coverage and moisture in the air, can play a big role in the service. So you just have to take that into consideration, like I've been saying. So, but not bad on this one at all. 659 for the download. 12.9 for the upload, almost 13 on that, so definitely not bad. And 59 ping, but like I said, I don't go by the ping on this server. I'll actually switch back over to the West Norton PA server and run some on this. And yeah, it's still fluctuating. It seems like, like as you guys could see there, it was going back and then it was going up and then it goes back and forward, back and forward. It's just acting, really strange. It hasn't, really been acting, how it normally acts. Not bad on that one though. 637 for the download. Definitely not bad on that one at all. 6.82 for the upload. The upload speed has actually been better recently the last couple of days. So, like I said, the upload in our area is terrible anyway. There's not really anything I can do about it. And like I said, I've made other videos, talking on my channel about the upload, in this area, the tower, from what I think anyway, from what I've, seen on CellMap, or which is a reliable app and website for, using, to be able to get, cell information, cell tower information. From what I've seen, and did my research on, apparently the upload speed is kind of capped on our tower. It only allows a certain amount of upload speed to be put out, so there's not really anything I can do about that. And I've tried to, mess with the band locking and stuff on my Chester Cheetah, version 2 gateway / modem. And I've tried, NSA mode, network mode switching, SA mode, and actually SA mode gives me the best upload, the best, download, I should say. While NSA mode, actually gives me a little bit better upload, but it actually only gives me like 200 on the download, so that's not gonna, really fly for me. That would be back, to how I was getting, the speeds with the actual stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway. So, I would, rather use it on SA mode, and get, better download speed and better ping, then, I would have, I would have better upload speed on NSA mode, but, my download speed is terrible on NSA mode. So, it's kind of like you can't really have your cake and eat it too, is basically what I'm saying. So, that's basically that. So, but not bad on this one at all. 637 for the download, 6.82 for the upload, and then 36 ping. I'll run like 2 more here. So it does actually seem to be a little bit more consistent with the speeds though today, which is actually a good thing. So definitely not bad on that one at all. 641 for the download, 6.36 for the upload, and then only 31 ping. So we definitely haven't had any high ping spikes, so that's definitely a good sign. Like I said, last night when I did that speed test, we had a couple of high ping spikes, like in the 50s, the 60s, 71 at one point. So, definitely seems to be better so far today, so that's definitely a good sign. So definitely not bad on this one either. 658 for the download, 6.09 for the upload, and then 34 ping. I'll run just one more here. And like I said, this is in the morning, so these are really good speeds for, in the morning. I'm, really impressed with these speeds, so it's definitely a good sign. Because like I said, I am going to be doing further, thorough testing, before I decide if we're actually going to, continue to use the Metro by T-Mobile, SIM card in the gateway, in the third-party gateway. Like I said, I want to do, thorough testing, before I actually cancel out, the actual T-Mobile 5G home internet, because like I said, in my other videos, if I do that, and then I go back to them as a new customer, I would actually be paying like $10 more, which is, like $60 instead of $50, a month. So I definitely want to make sure, that this works. I want to make sure that this works out for us, for the long haul, before we actually, switch from, the actual T-Mobile 5G home internet, to this home internet, for, this, home internet solution, basically is what it is. Like I said, is it really legal? Not really, but, there's not really anything they can do about it because, it's basically, making, Metro by T-Mobile think, that I'm still using the SIM card, in that tablet. That's basically what it's doing. It's basically, spoof the SIM card, or the IMEI number, make it actually look like I'm still using that SIM card, in the tablet, even though I'm not, even though I'm using it for the 5G home internet. So, that's why, it's not going to work, unless you have a third-party gateway, like I said, like myself. So, but definitely not bad on this one at all. 665 for the download, 6.83 for the upload, and the ping is a little bit high. But like I said, that also could be because of the weather we've been having, the cloudy days. And the drizzle and just the moisture in the air. Like I said, it's not going to always be boom, 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 perfect. Like I said, we do have security cameras, running constantly. We have, I have Google Nest Hubs around the house. My mom has an Amazon Alexa device, we have, streaming services, stuff like that. I have a Raspberry Pi computer that's always on 24/7 using a Pi-hole server, for blocking ads and tracking and all that kind of stuff. So it's not going to, always be perfect, is basically what I'm saying. Because it's a cellular, home internet connection, it's not actually hardwired, but, so far so good, with the testing though, so far so good, with using the Metro by T-Mobile, $20 a month, unlimited tablet card, SIM card in there. So, but like I said, I am going to be doing, further testing, when it's bad weather. I'm actually waiting for, some rain, some heavy rain, and, some wind and, some storms and stuff. So I can do, some more further testing, thorough testing, I should say, on this, before I actually, decide, if I'm going to keep using this, the Metro by T-Mobile SIM card, or if I'm going to go back to, using the actual T-Mobile 5G home internet. So, but that's basically the video, guys. Like I said, I wanted to get a video out in the morning, in the AM, before it actually, got later, before the afternoon or before the evening, or before, nighttime. I wanted to do a test, so you guys could see what I get, in the morning before, afternoon or, midday or nighttime, do a different, test to see what we get, and the speeds definitely weren't bad today, so that's definitely a good sign. And like I said, not really any high ping spikes like I got last night. So, maybe, it was something going on with the actual T-Mobile network, because like I said, when I did those tests last night, in the Down Detector app, it was actually showing, that users were indicating problems with T-Mobile and Metro by T-Mobile. So, they're basically the same thing, Metro by T-Mobile and T-Mobile, but, they, just different names and, cheaper plans, with the actual Metro by T-Mobile. So, but anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, I will be making more videos on this. I'm probably gonna, make another video, or more, more than one video, when it actually does start, raining more and storming more here. I'm gonna, do, further testing, more thorough testing, on the, the Metro by T-Mobile, 5G home internet, if you will, that I'm actually testing out. So, definitely stick around for those, because they're coming, whenever we have bad weather, really bad weather in this area. I'm gonna, push out a video, when it's storming or whatever, or raining, or just bad weather, a windy day or something like that, so I can test it out, more, thorough. So, I might even push out more videos tonight, later today, with more speed test videos, in the afternoon or, later tonight. So, I'm not really so sure yet, but, I just wanted to get a video out, do one in the morning, to see what we get, kind of, do one in the morning, I might do one in the afternoon tomorrow, and in the evening, and, then at nighttime, to see, what we get, throughout the whole day. So, but anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, Just wanted to get this video out there. And if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, guys.